So in the last few months, I learned more about tariffs than I did in my whole 41 plus years of living. And right now, if you ain't know nothing about the tariffs, there's plenty of videos out there. So I'm just gonna go through some TikTok reactions and how it's affected me personally. And here we go. So with these tariffs is coming on, what's going on? Trump raised tariffs. Now, look, I agree with him a little bit. When I mean this, I feel that if we sending something overseas, we got to pay tariffs. If they come in this way, they got to pay tariffs. Now, we can agree on that across the board. Now, where we could disagree as on the price, I don't think they should be paying 125%, 145%. If they was paying zero and then you raise it up 125% at last minute, that's insane. But if you would have went 10, 15%, maybe 20%, something like that, okay, that'd have been crime, but it'd have been worked out. And so now people are saying like, oh, uh, China the only one don't want to give up because look, they smart. Chinese is not stupid. They do most of our technology around the world. That's not stupid. Trump is playing checkers. They is playing chess. So I actually work in the auto industry. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. The Rust Belt, whatever you want to call it, Midwest, and understand what's about to happen. He didn't think this out too well. Remember, Detroit went bankrupt at one time. So hey, look, let's react to this. So pay attention to this. This is especially important about how this is going to affect everybody in the United States that drive in our technology, but mostly the people that's dead set on the automotive industry, such as
China
myself.
has now, quote, halted critical exports as the trade war intensified. They have suspended exports of certain rare earth minerals and magnets that are crucial for the world's car, semiconductor, and aerospace industries. Now, this is a very important story because it really does reveal the entire game. Quote, 90% of the 6 rare earth minerals, which they have now ordered export licenses restrictions on, are produced in China and refined in China. The metals and the special magnets made with them can now only be shipped out of China with a special export license for which U.S. companies no longer qualify. Quote, but China has barely started even setting up that system for issuing those licenses, meaning that the concentration there is a complete freeze. If factories in Detroit and elsewhere run out of these rare earth magnets that would prevent them from assembling cars and products with electric motors that require them, companies vary widely in their size of emergency stockpiles, so the timing of production disruption is very hard to predict. But the main flag was actually a quote that was buried deep within, which just shows you the rot at the center of the U.S. economy. Quote, many American companies keep little or no inventory because they do not want to tie up cash in stockpiles of costly materials. One of the metals, for example, subject to the new controls, dysprosium oxide, trades for $204 per kilogram in Shanghai, but much, much more than that outside of China. Meaning that you, first of all, you would be competing for almost 10% of whatever of the minerals or the refined minerals and magnets and other inputs that you need for your car. But second, that you are in a situation where when you create, and produce over 90% of something and you yourself have nothing on the balance sheet, again, we are looking at just a freeze of economic activity. I would rather shut my entire production line down at that point and just wait and see what the hell is going to happen. The exact opposite of what you want in intended policy. So remember, they have a lot of cards here. The infamous line, like, you have no cards. Yeah. That's true for Ukraine, not true whenever it comes to China. When you said it so well, was it with a monkey? If you're going to grab onto something you want to grab, make sure that you have something else. If you're going to let go, you want to
let go one vine.
We have no planning here for U.S. companies. We have no tax incentive. We have no strategic stockpile. We have a strategic stockpile of oil. But we've been talking about this now for a decade.
See, that's what I said. Look what's going on. Trump is trying to play checkers and play bully. They playing chess. I mean, yeah, China hurting right now. They like going back to when COVID, when the coronavirus was bad. It's hurting, but you know what? They're not gonna be a punching bag. They're gonna hit back strategically. Let's check out some other stuff they doing too. Let's check it out via TikTok.
Adidas, Nike, la 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 la. First, Baocheng Factory, one of the world's largest OEM sports shoe manufacturer. It is like a Foxconn in the shoemaking industry. During its heyday, it has over 100,000 employees in just one of its factories in Dongguan. What even surprised me is that it owns an independent brand called YY Sports. It's like a distributor for sports shoes like Nike and Adidas, same as like Foot Locker in America and JD Sports in England. Second, Huajian Group. It is one of the largest OEM manufacturer for leather shoes in China. On the other hand, Huajian mainly offer the OEM service towards those big brands like Gucci, Tariffs, Coach, Calvin Klein, etc. Sounds crazy, right? Alright guys, this is Luna. Follow me for more China sourcing tips.
Cost you 1,000 USD.
Have y'all seen that TikTok by the Chinese guy exposing how luxury goods are actually made? Basically, he says most of the luxury brands we use every day are actually made in China, then shipped to Europe just to get rebranded and sold back to us at insane prices. Like a wedding ring that would cost $2 in China somehow turns into a $2,000 ring. China is the world's biggest manufacturing hub. 80% of your Gucci, made in China. 60% of your Prada, also made in China. Even Chanel, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Adidas, Nike, you name it. The only real difference? China ships the products to Europe, slaps on a Made in France or Made in Italy label, and boom.
What? Oh, shit. Oh, you've been getting counterfeit stuff even from the store, technically. Oh, my God.
Luxury? It's ridiculous. While people are out here clowning Shane and Temu for being cheap and low quality, the expensive stuff you think is handcrafted in Paris or Milan? Yeah, that's made in China too. So what are you really worried about? Come on, your MAGA hat? That's...
This is
Back, baby, Donald J. Trump, man.
What's one of your biggest issues?
Probably gonna be inflation, because I sell T-shirts and all that stuff.
Your T-shirts are made in the USA?
No, my blanks, no. See, that's the thing Trump's talking about. If we tax them, hit tariffs, the same item they're making over there will cost the same to make over here.
We pay the tariffs.
Well, the companies pay the tariffs, not us.
China doesn't pay the tariffs. We do when they come
So
in.
goddamn stupid.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Like if I'm buying 1,000 shirts from China and there's a tariff on it, I'm paying. China's not. Jolly. So I'm trying to explain.
Who pays the tariff?
They're paying the tariff.
Do you think that? Do you believe that?
Because I was trying to say, because I sell merch as well.
I sell you something for $10, right? You're going to sell it to him for $20.
Exactly.
But then I make you pay me $15 for it. Are you still going to sell it to him for $20?
Am I gonna sell it to him for 20?
If I raise the price $5.
Oh, it's gonna have to go up.
Right. So
Yeah, the consumer foots the bill.
Isn't that special? You can make the argument that yes, they are that stupid. You can make that argument because yes, they're that stupid. But the distinction I have to draw is that on these kinds of issues, this guy can add 10 and 5. He can subtract 10 from 20. But he doesn't know because he doesn't fucking want to know. And what's more, after finding out, even in that moment, after finally having a grain of understanding of the truth, he's still going to go vote for Donald Trump. So don't tell me it's about inflation. Don't tell me it's about the economy. It's racism, it's xenophobia, it's fascism.
Holy shit. And blue-eyed white guy that said that. Wow. Wow.
luxury bags in the world are made in China.
Have you guys seen that TikTok video that the Chinese guy posted about exposing how luxury goods are made? Basically, most of the luxury brands we use every day are made in China, then shipped to Europe and sold to consumers at a premium. A wedding ring that we can buy for $2, they turn it into $2,000. China is the world's largest...
China a peasant and tell them how low quality the products that's coming out of China is. China fought back in the most pettiest way ever, and now every other video on my For You page is someone over at China where the suppliers are like, you want luxury brand? Yeah, we make them. All they do is just slap a logo on, and you guys are paying 10 times more the price for just the logo, but we have the same quality and we make all of this shit for you all.
Damn.
Like, you want Lululemon pants? Yeah, we make them. You're just paying $100 for these Lululemon leggings, but it only costs $5 here in China. And they are telling people to just go straight to the producers and just buy it from them. Then there's another video, they're like, oh, you want to avoid tariff? This is how you avoid tariff. Become a personal shopper. Come to China with this 200-day free visa and become a personal shopper and just say these are all personal items and they won't tariff you. Like, okay, China, way to go below
sauce.
the belt. But also now
shit.
This is like gonna be telling me something that TikTok is gonna be 100% banned now, because America is just gonna be like, no, they're trying to take all of our business away because they're telling the truth.
Oh, he just came to get y'all the sauce. Oh, see, Donald Trump been messed up. He probably didn't change the global market on everything. You know how, like, we don't even got malls no more? So now it's like, okay, you got the manufacturer, you got the person that make it. You just got to have an LLC, a tax ID number to buy it in bulk so you can sell it. Now it's like the manufacturer gonna cut out the side store, so gonna cut out the brick and mortar, gonna cut out the Amazons, gonna cut out the eBay, the Sheins, Temu, everything else. From the person that's making it, you could buy it direct. Now, what's the ultimate problem with that? That's gonna knock out a lot of marketing, a lot of jobs gone. Think about it. Let's say you wanted to buy Nike, but you only can buy it from Nike. That's it. Nike don't wholesale it to nobody else 3-4 times down the line. You getting it straight from the place that make it. One is gonna make that product a hell of a lot cheaper, but the end game, logistics, jobs, all across the board. Ooh, I don't know. World War III. Holy shit. Wow.
This app and said all the luxury items are made in China and they only go to Italy to have the tag put on it, the designer tag. And once that designer tag is put on it, now it can say made in Italy, because only that small little percentage was actually made in Italy. But that's all it takes to say made in Italy. Now it makes it over here to our designer boutiques and we're spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for something that was in fact made in China, not Italy. I don't care how much you're spending on the thing. Chances are it is coming from China. The only part that was actually made in Italy was when they put the designer tag on there. And this is why the wealthiest of wealthy people buy inspired by items. Why? Why would you spend the whole day? Listen, I did a whole series on Birkins, and in one of you can see it in my like viral things I have pinned up there, but one of the videos was talking about the Birkin sort of like Tupperware party that all the wealthy Upper East Side women in New York have. They're not spending money on real Birkins. They're not shucking and jiving for Birkin. And they call the people over in China and get the same. Yeah. So if you know, the people actually have Birkin connects direct to manufacturer.
Suppliers for all of our favorite goods, and I have some amazing news. I have already been in contact with a few of the suppliers. I already have Lululemon, Nike, Restoration Hardware, 2 of the Louis Vuitton manufacturers, Gucci, Prada, and Celine. And of course, Hermes. I'm still looking for all the regular brands too, don't worry. Oh, I even got the Tide Pods guy. I have everything. Well, not everything. Everything so far is pretty amazing. If you weren't here yesterday, I'm compiling a list of the actual manufacturers who make the goods that we pay way too much for. And there were so many people in my comments like, why are you going to buy from China? Why are you supporting them? Babe, when you buy from the companies here in the United States, you are supporting China. You're just paying a lot more for it. Would you rather pay $150 for your Nikes or $15? These manufacturers are the same manufacturers that do all of our big brands. They're spilling all the tea. I'm collecting the tea. I'm compiling a list. I will have it ready very soon. If you know of any manufacturers of goods that you want to see, drop them in the comments. If you have seen them come across your For You page,
hold on, and stop her right there.
Drop them in the.
Look, check this out. But let's imagine this actually might help our economy, because now everybody can buy direct. But let's imagine a person that's making $16 and $20 an hour. Now we can afford stuff. Now stuff is way more affordable. Death will go down, crime will go down. I mean, it still exists, but it would go down substantially. Wow, what is it was? It was a time back in the 50s, the 40s, when people actually can go to one job and afford everything. I mean, it was some crime back then. But then again, like, what is your definition of crime? Because people using drugs, is that crime? Because alcohol was banned at one point, is that crime? You talk about violent crime, or wow, this might be a game changer for the world right here. Holy shit!
You buy for 100 RMB. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my shop. If you need high quality t-shirt, contact me. I'm in Guangzhou waiting for you.
Stop buying things from Alibaba. On Alibaba, you may just find the middleman who raised their price up to the sky.
What I say
so
earlier?
Here are 3 better websites that you can use right now. Are you looking for bags? Then go to bao66.cn. Do you want some clothes for case? Just go to 3e3e.cn. If you want jewelry, go to melon.cn. But if you want an English website that contains everything that I mentioned before with no minimum order quantity and also more than 300,000 products on it, please go to nihaojewelry.com. We have a lot of discount for new users and provide all necessary support so you can start your own business. Just comment the word Ash and I will send you the website.
Yeah, this shit is getting crazy. Think Amazon changed the shopping and shipping game? Ooh, this right here even cutting Amazon out the game. Ooh, baby. Somebody be out to be the game changer right here. Think Trump then messed around and found out. He don't care because he's a billionaire. Right. Hey, to the next time I see y'all. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and put something in the chats. Thank y'all for watching.